All right, so we got the answers to your meal prepping prayers. When it comes to healthy eating, there's a lot of limitations, and sometimes we sacrifice the satiation, the taste, the depth to the palate that we miss out on from the other foods that we've had over time. Carbohydrates just hit a little different, right? The different flavors that we get from other foods that used to fill our plates, but no longer fill our plates anymore. So we need something to fill that gap. And it also another thing with meal prepping and eating healthy is it takes time to prep these meals to it takes mental bandwidth to create flavor out of something that's so simple, right? So I've found some resources that are going to fill those gaps and help you stay on track. And really, I'm excited because this day and age, there's no reason why we can't eat healthy. The demand for it is increasing, and we're having more options available to us with the convenience of ease and time and quality really is still there. So it's pretty cool to share this information with you. So the first brand I want to share is Kevin's Natural Foods. So their tagline is "We hacked healthy." This is all paleo, it's gluten-free, it's all gluten and soy-free, I should say. No antibiotics, clean ingredients all the way through. And overall, there's really nothing I can really say that's bad against this stuff. It fits everything within our nutrition framework in regards to clean and healthy protein, clean and healthy fats, and clean and healthy ingredients. And I want to share with you some of the things that we want to go with here when it comes to these. So they got a lot of different products, and I recommend just the entrees. So the entrees you can see right here, there's about 20 to 22 different entrees altogether, different flavors. So they got chicken, beef, and all of these different flavors in between. And the only thing that I want to keep in mind with the flavors is some are going to fit the mold for refeed and some are going to you can have at any time. So we want to keep this in mind. I provided a list, green, yellow, and red options, meaning that you can have any of these uh, within your week span, but some are going to be only designated to refeed days, and some you can have depending on the serving size that you have, which I'll go into right now. So an example right here, Mongolian beef, all good ingredients and everything, but you can see right here, 20 grams of protein. We want to get 30 grams or more. Very low in the calories, which means it's low in fat. And I say this, you're going to go through like two, probably three servings, and more likely three servings to really satiate you, because that's going to be roughly around 500 calories and some change, right? But you're going to get 60 grams of protein out of it, but you're going to get 33 grams of carbohydrates in that meal alone, right? So this would be a refeed meal. And this is an example of what would go in the red, right? So all clean ingredients, all good stuff. You can eat clean even on your refeed. It's very satiating, very tasty, but this is going to be something that's going to go in your refeed. So you can get this option. You can even add some ramen noodles to it. You can do tacos. Just keep in mind, don't overdo it with the carbs. You got different recipes for every entree too. So some of these entrees, will fit in the mix with anytime, anywhere. It'll be a green option for you, right? When it comes to these Kevin meals, but they take 5 minutes to prep, and you can see all these different recipes that go with each and every entree. Just keep in mind, some are going to be for refeed only, and there's 11 options that you can have overall, anytime, anywhere. And then the yellow options are going to be the ones that would be more of like the in between, something that like would be this, right? 6 grams of carbs. If you do two servings, which is 40 grams of protein, then that's going to be only 12 grams of carbohydrates. I would still say that passes. You can have that anytime, any day. But there's certainly better options out there, and I'll show you that in just a little bit. But again, it's not going to be as satiating as something that you get 60 grams or three servings out of, right? So keep this in mind. They all say that they're keto friendly, even the ones that are 11 grams of carbohydrates. So just keep that in mind. They got some great options. Again, recipes for even more variety. So really, really cool resources here. So this one in particular, this is this roasted garlic is 3 grams of carbohydrates. So I personally get like three servings out of these, 63 grams of carbs out of three servings, and only 9 grams of carbohydrates. So big difference between that and the Mongolian beef that I showed you, right? 9 grams of carbs versus 33 grams of carbs. Big difference. And that's something you can have any time, or I should say any day for your meals. And you see you got the different recipes that you can add in, or, let's say if you're going to do pesto chicken sandwich, that would be a refeed option, right? Roasted garlic chicken flatbread, that would be a refeed option. So you can mix and match all these, but you're going to have a list of green, yellow, and red ones that you can have anytime. Some, and then ones that you got to monitor your servings with, and then ones that you only want during your refeed. But this is great. They all take like 5 minutes to prep. The meat's already cooked, which is the hardest or longest part to the whole process. And you just add the sauce and it's good to go. It's fantastic for families. Keep this in mind. People are going to typically take, my son being 12, 13, takes in at least 2 servings, if not more, depending on the time of day and what he's been doing. But you're going to go through more than 1 serving for sure to at least get that protein need. But just keep that in mind for your family as well. To find us, there's several different options to find Kevin's meals near you. You can't order these online. You can get them on Amazon, but they have to be at a Amazon Fresh or Whole Foods Market locally to you. So keep that in mind. You just click on Find Us and it will show up, and you can type in your zip code. When I first did this, it didn't give me this option. It was a blank screen. So I have another option in case that happens to you where it doesn't populate a local zip code and a local store around you, where it shows the options where you can get these and what options they have, because they don't have all the options everywhere. So you can see right here the roasted garlic chicken, which is one you can have anytime, all the time. I believe the Korean barbecue you can have as either a refeed or it's in the yellow. I'm not sure, but you can see that some options are going to be load up on those. Other ones you're going to want to limit yourself to not having as often, right? But you got all these different options locally that you can go with, and it'll populate it up for you. If it doesn't, I got another option for you. So this other option right here is Instacart. Just go to instacart.com and then type in Kevin's Meals. And you're going to see it pop up all the local stores around you that have Kevin's Meals, which varieties they have. And then you can make your choice. You can either have them delivered to you, or you can go get them yourself. So this is another way in case that other option doesn't pop up. So best bang for your buck is Costco. They have them in the biggest packaging, so the most servings for the price. And then all the other options around local stores, I find that they're smaller packaging. So just FYI on that. And then Aldi has some options that are comparable to Kevin's, not as much variety, but certainly they have their options too. Again, keep in mind the carbohydrate content within these and look at the ingredients. Need to verify. I think they use clean ingredients all around in these as well. But Kevin's is verified. I verified them. I used it. It tastes great. It's awesome. I haven't done the Aldi, but it looks like the comparable option there locally for you. So Instacart is another option to use in finding Kevin's natural food meals pre-prepped. Takes 5 minutes. It's awesome stuff on the go. All right, so the next option that I want, or the next resource I want to share with you, is this Just Meats. So I just found this looking for a meal prep option because a lot of meal prep options like Factor Meals and Elevate, it requires a lot of work just in the ordering process, and frankly there's too many options that contain too many carbs, so it just makes it very complicated when I'm like assigning meal prep services or meal prep companies to you and saying, okay, you got to do all this, that, and the other. Kevin's has been the easiest. This one is even easier because all it is just meat with quality sauce, and their menu is very easy and it's all very low carb. So let's take a look at this. So you can see all the different seasonings. So sweet chili Thai chicken, chimichurri steak, smoked brisket, etc. You can read all these. But 1 gram of carb, 1 gram of carb, 2 grams of carbs, right? 30 grams of protein, quality stuff. And you can get a variety of different meats, right? So the only thing that would make this better is if it was locally in your zip code in terms of the meat being raised. But don't let good be the enemy of, don't let perfect be the enemy of good. And this is an awesome option that you can have on the go. It's cooked. All you have to do is heat it up and then throw the sauce on there. And you can just order a variety pack a la carte. You can subscribe. Now, I want to be upfront. I have not used this service yet. I came across it. They use grass-fed, grass-finished beef in terms of their poultry and pork. There's no signifier that they're using pasture-raised or Black Forest pork. You know, I don't see any of that, but grass-fed, grass-finished is what they emphasized. Local farms in the Utah Rocky Mountains is where they're from. So again, unless you're from that area, it's not going to be local, but I will use this service and try it out myself. So I would say I'm sharing it with you because it's been the best option I've come across in regards to what they market. And frankly, it looks like everything that I've been looking for in terms of meal prepping on the go and with ease, right? So look at these different options here. Still, one serving of this would pass, right? 7 grams, you're still okay. I would say even 2 servings, you'd be okay with that. You know, you're still less than 15 grams of carbohydrates with those meals, which is still classified as low carb with those other options right here. So Just Meats is another option. I'll provide these links in the resources below. In addition, so again, just so you're clear with the Just Meats, everything is green light on these. With the Kevin's Meats, you're going to have a criteria of what's good all the time within portion control and then on refeed only. And these are 2 great resources that will add a ton of variety to your diet and really just reduce the amount of mental bandwidth, what it takes to cooking and adding flavor and keeping you on the path. So I trust that this serves you well. Let me know if you have any questions, and I will see you on the next module. Take care.